Good afternoon. Hope everybody is doing well, and really thank you for coming out today. My name is Jones Angel. I'll be taking us through our quick program this morning on what is a really exciting day for Tar Heel football. As we announced yesterday and we'll discuss more today, Carolina will be opening the 2026 season in Dublin, Ireland. That's a part of the Aer Lingus College Football Classic against TCU. That game will be played Saturday, August 29th, 2026 at Aviva Stadium. As you can tell, we've got a bunch of people up here to discuss the event. The Chancellor here at Carolina, Lee Roberts, Bubba Cunningham, our AD, head football coach Bill Belichick, John Anthony, co-founder of the Aer Lingus College Football Classic, the Lord Mayor of Dublin, Emma Blain, Frank Groome, the Irish Consul General, and Bill Byrne, the Senior VP of Global Sales from Aer Lingus. So to get us started, let me bring up to the podium the Chancellor here at the University of North Carolina, that of course, Lee Roberts.
Thank you. Jones, thank you very much. Thanks to all of you for being here. Welcome to Carolina. It's always a good day to be a Tar Heel, but today is an especially great day to be a Tar Heel. We're excited to recognize an incredible opportunity for our football team. I've said many times that Tar Heel athletics and Tar Heel football has a global reputation. You can go anywhere in the world and see people wearing our colors, wearing our logo. And so we're thrilled that our Tar Heels will be competing in the 2026, will be opening the 2026 season by playing in Ireland against TCU. This moment is meaningful to our fans both here in North Carolina and around the world. It gives our student athletes an opportunity to represent our university abroad. And our state and our university have a long history with the nation of Ireland. In fact, in 1794, the first presiding professor of Carolina, a position equivalent to president or chancellor now, was David Kerr, a graduate of Trinity College in Dublin. The relationship between Ireland and our university and our state as a whole is strong. And so it is an honor to add to that history today. We're proud of our student athletes. We know they'll represent Carolina well. And thank you to everyone who's joined us here today in celebration of this remarkable partnership. I'm going to turn it over to our athletic director, Bubba Cunningham, who I'm betting has a little bit of Irish blood himself. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Roberts. Really appreciate it. And John Anthony, thank you very much for this opportunity. And I'd like to thank TCU. Without TCU giving up a home game, we wouldn't have this opportunity. And it's just a great opportunity for the University of North Carolina. A lot of our student athletes get to have international experiences, but very few football players do. And this gives us an incredible opportunity for this football team to get over to Ireland and play a game. So John, Lord Mayor, thank you for being here. It is incredible that we have this opportunity. She came yesterday and she's got the coolest turnover chain I've seen in any of these things yet. She said the one that's back at home is even better, so we can't wait to get over there and see that. We're very excited about this opportunity, and Aer Lingus, sponsor of this game, is a tremendous partner, and we're looking forward to bringing thousands of Carolina fans over to Ireland for this great game. But again, John Anthony, congratulations on what you've been able to achieve. The year after year, the growth of American football in Europe, in large part, is through your efforts and what you've done in bringing teams over there. So we're honored to be a part of it. We're looking forward to a great game in 2026. But before we get to 2026, we have an incredible 2025 schedule led by our new head coach. And I'll introduce our new head coach, Bill Belichick.
Thank you, Bubba. Chancellor, thank you for making this happen. It's really, we're very excited speaking for the football team about the opportunity to go to Ireland. And Lord Mayor, John Anthony, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. We're very excited about it. I've been involved in several international games in my career, and a lot of other big games. Participated in 12 Super Bowls, which are very memorable. But I think the international games are some of the other most memorable games that I've been in, and I know I speak for our staff, players, and coaches who also made those trips. So I'm excited for our team. I was in Mexico once, London twice, and Germany, and all those trips were very special. They were special for those of us that worked together on them, and the memories that we took from the games as well, and just the overall experience. And it's not something that, as Bubba mentioned, it's hard for student athletes or football players, in our case, to have those kind of experiences due to their schedule, particularly, for 6 months from start of training in, July till, the end of December, or whenever the season goes till. So, this is very unique, and we announced to the team yesterday there was tremendous excitement, and but as Bubba said, we're, there's a 25 season ahead of us. We're looking forward to that first, but we're certainly excited to be a participant in next year's game in Ireland. So thank you again for the opportunity. Appreciate it, and we look forward to it. Thank you. Oh, and for updates, we're, I think, ahead by 8 goals at halftime.
10-2.
10-2. 8 goals at halftime. So go Heels, women's lacrosse. Almost fumbled that one, Justin. All right. And we have a jersey. All right. To present. There you go.
Thank you.
Sure you'd be wearing
show the Ireland one on the
Sure you want to wear that?
Put it on and go home.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. So I am so honored to officially welcome the University of North Carolina to the 2026 Aer Lingus Classic, where I can promise the Carolina faithful the most fun, the most unique, the most memorable football game experience that you've ever had. Our tagline for this event is much more than a game, and we look forward to showing you why with all the activities and memories that will come from this experience. It's obviously a very special time for Carolina football. I've probably brought this opportunity up to Bubba to discuss a dozen times over the years. We ought to get you guys interested in this at some point. And clearly right now is the perfect time for Carolina football to go abroad, and what you've got going on here, we're very fortunate, honored to be a part of. So Coach mentioned his, well, obviously we all know his well-documented history. He mentioned his overseas game, what he left out there. I believe his record outside of the U.S. is even better than it is inside the U.S. He is undefeated outside of U.S. soil, a fact that I did not mention to TCU when I was trying to convince them to do this. But we look forward to seeing you on the stage in Dublin as well. Special thanks, Chancellor Roberts, Coach Bubba, and all the Carolina family who have allowed this to happen. We're really honored that you're going to participate in us. And I'd like to add special thanks to the folks that are going to follow me, our partners from Ireland. We can't have a game without them. So the support from the city of Dublin, represented by the Lord Mayor and Tony Flynn here, as well as the Irish government at large, where you're going to hear from the Council General, and obviously Aer Lingus as our title partner, as well as Tourism Ireland, Falch Ireland, that make this happen. We're very grateful for everything they do for us. So our motto, as I said, is much more than a game. And so all the activities, the connections, the memories you're going to make, you're going to come home with cousins you never knew you had, and just a lifetime of stories to come from this. And we can't wait for you to see that, experience that, and fall in love with Ireland. So we look forward to seeing you there. For anyone interested in more information, it is tarheels2ireland.com, tarheels, 2, Ireland.com. For more information between now and August 29th of 2026, lots of activity, and we look forward to seeing you there. So I think you will take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Quick word about Anthony Travel, the world's leading provider of university and sports travel management services. Anthony Travel partners with 106 university athletic departments to provide travel management solutions. That includes a wonderful relationship with us here at Carolina since 2000. So, John, thank you for that. I'd like to welcome up here Frank Groome. Frank took up his post as the Council General of Ireland to the U.S. Southeast in August of 2024. Based in Atlanta, Frank leads Ireland's team covering Georgia, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Lord Mayor, Chancellor Roberts, Coach, John Anthony. It's great to be here today. What an exciting moment. I had mentioned to people that I am new in town, only here about 6 months. I've been to Raleigh, been to Charlotte, never been to Chapel Hill. What a beautiful, beautiful city and university campus you have here today. Look, and what an important occasion, this announcement yesterday in this game. You know, the Aer Lingus Football Classic has become a firm fixture in the Irish sporting calendar. And this announcement further solidifies Dublin as the European home of college football. You know, the teams, the University of North Carolina, TCU, and the supporters will be so welcome to Ireland next year. And this game will generate a massive amount of excitement in our capital city. You'll have to see it to believe it. And I hope members of the team and the fans will take the opportunity to explore Ireland while they're there and take advantage of all the tourist attractions and the warmth of Irish hospitality has to offer next year. But as John Anthony has said, the Aer Lingus Football Classic is much more than a game. Not only does it strengthen our sporting and our cultural ties between the US and Ireland, but it generates many valuable networking opportunities with many businesses and political events taking place around the margin of the actual game itself. And as the government, we see this game as an important platform to cement Irish-US friendships right across the range of our partnerships, whether it's business, political, culture, and of course, educational. You know, the Irish-US relationship is deep and historical. Last year, we celebrated 100 years of our formal diplomatic relations. It was in October 1924 that our representative, Timothy Smithy, then presented his credentials to then President Calvin Coolidge. And every successive administration, every Taoiseach and Irish government since has worked to deepen and strengthen that friendship of the last 100 years. And our partnerships today, in business and trade, we grow and lift each other in tandem. Irish companies today employ well over 200,000 Americans all across the different sectors of the US economy in cities and towns throughout this country. Ireland is the 6th largest investor into the US and the #1 importer into North Carolina last year. So I know this game is going to build on this firm foundation. It'll create new and enduring partnerships into the future. As I mentioned, the Aer Lingus Classic will generate incredible atmosphere in Dublin next year, and we're all really, really looking forward to welcoming you on that occasion. Thank you. And just before I finish up, I have a little bit of a surprise here. A little gift for Chancellor Roberts. This is an atlas of the Irish Revolutionary period.
Terrific.
It's a bit of a tome. I believe you like history. There's 100 different academics providing various different academic perspectives.
All right, let's take a picture. Thank you very much. I'll read this weekend.
Light bedtime reading.
Just some light beach reading, right, Chancellor? I'd like to welcome here to the podium the Lord Mayor of Dublin, Emma Blain.
Good morning, everybody. And firstly, can I say, as Lord Mayor of Dublin, what a privilege it is to be hosting these two great teams coming to Dublin in September 2026. Over the last couple of days, I have really felt at home here. The welcome has been warm, it's been Irish, and I think something to do with me feeling a little bit at home is the colours. The blue colours of Dublin County are shared with UNC, and let me tell you that that'll give you a little bit of an extra home advantage, even if it's not your home game. So we look forward to painting the town even bluer in September 2026. For those of you who don't know much about Dublin, it epitomises really that it is more than just a game. Dublin is a coastal city, it's a mountainous city, it has beautiful parks, spectacular golf courses, and a medieval core at the heart of the city, which is over 1,000 years old. Our beautiful parks and our squares will be hosting super events during the week of the game, your famous tailbacks, pep rallies, and all those fabulous, exciting parts of American culture that we love to see somewhat from a distance on the television. Will be bringing Dublin to life even more so than usual. We can't wait to have you. It's going to be a super week. We hope you all explore every little bit of Dublin City, every street and nook and cranny, and I for one can't wait to welcome you all in a few months. Thank you so much.
Quick word, we have one more speaker, and then we are going to open it up for questions here if we have some at the end of our event. But our final speaker today is Aer Lingus Senior Vice President of Global Sales. That is Bill Byrne.
Thank you. It's great to be the last speaker when everybody's ready to go, so I got brief comments. I won't last too long, I promise you. So in case you didn't know, Aer Lingus is the flag carrier of Ireland. We've served Ireland from the U.S. for 65 years. That's longer than any other carrier by decades, including all the ones operating at RDU today. Aer Lingus flies from 18 destinations, soon to be 19, from cities like Los Angeles, Boston, New York, Cleveland, Washington, and shortly Indianapolis, with connections to 70 destinations across Europe. Ireland is really who we are. It's what we do. And we're the proud title sponsor of the Aer Lingus Classic. The 26th game with the Tar Heels and TCU will be the 5th consecutive game in the series. And as the title sponsor, we have the privilege of flying both competing teams to Dublin for the match. And while this is a fairly big undertaking for an airline and for the teams, it takes months and months of planning. We're pretty expert at it, and Coach, I promise you will do an excellent job taking care of your team, yourself, your staff, Bubba, Chancellor, if he's riding along, we'll take good care of you. And we're really looking forward to welcoming all the fans too, and we hope they can all take advantage of our services. One of the things unique about traveling from Ireland, when you leave Ireland, you actually clear customs and immigration in Ireland. You arrive back in the U.S. as a domestic passenger. You don't arrive through CBP there, so it's very unique. And like I said, we're just ecstatic to be part of this whole thing. And we're really looking forward to welcoming fans and the team on our aircraft. And like any other airline, we have great food and great entertainment. But what's different about us is we have the finest cabin crew in the industry. You'll feel like you're in Ireland before you even leave the U.S., and you'll feel like you're home before you even leave Ireland. And you'll all be very welcome on board. Thank you.
All right, like I mentioned, we do have time for a couple questions, just a couple of notes. Obviously, we'd like for you to identify yourself before you ask your question, please. I don't think we have a microphone today, so you may need to just speak up a little bit before you ask your question. And if we could keep it on topic of the game, that would be wonderful as well. We're going to start, I think, are we starting with Aaron up front? And then we'll go to the back. Yes, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron here, the Associated Press for Bill. When you're building the foundation of your program, I'm curious, what did you see as the biggest value in terms of what this game could bring when you're trying to set up the base of what you want your program to be?
Well, it's just a very unique opportunity and experience for all of us. Playing abroad is different. Fans are different. The environment's different. But it prepares you for any other situation that can come up. Just any other neutral game, neutral site. And fortunately, our staff has done a lot of these, so I'm sure that everything will go smoothly as it always has. A little bit of issue in Mexico, but otherwise, but it's like I said, it's a great experience. You remember a lot of the big games, and then you remember the international games.
A Mexico story will be another day. Did you have one more?
One clarification. The value of visibility, though, too, for your program at the college level is a little different than the NFL.
That's great. Yeah, that'll be great. I mean, everybody will be watching. Give us a great opportunity to see where we're at that point.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bryne Murphy with WRAL. For Bubba or Chancellor, you both have mentioned the bet you put on football in hiring Coach Belichick and the return that you're hoping to get from him. I wonder how that's gone so far, and is this game an indication of some of that return that you're getting? Would you have had this game if not for hiring Coach Belichick?
Yeah, thanks, Bryne, by all means. So we couldn't be more delighted with the progress that our football program has made so far. Coach Belichick is off to an extraordinary start, not just building out the team, both through the transfer portal and through high school recruiting, but also through the coaching staff and the football staff here in this building. And this game is just another example of the kind of profile, the kind of opportunities that we're hoping to have through our investment in the football program.
Adam Smith in South Carolina. Had one for Bubba. I was wondering, John mentioned that you guys had talked about playing in Ireland for maybe 10 years or so. I was wondering how those had sort of, what had the back and forth been like, and did they sort of get new legs or sped up when you hired Bill as the football coach?
Yeah, I appreciate the question, and Brian, to yours, in addition to what the Chancellor said about where we are with football, I mean, we've already sold out season tickets for next year for 25. Now we're on to individual games. And what we didn't mention at the very start is it'll be 30 years ago in 2026 that John and I worked taking Notre Dame and Navy to Ireland for the first time. So in 1996, we played at Croke Park, and John was doing team travel, I was doing team travel at that time. And so this will be a long time in coming. So that conversation has gone on for a long time. And I do think the success the program has had, the hiring of Coach Belichick, the timing of it's perfect. The schedule for TCU worked out well for them, that they were willing to move a home game. And so it just came together this time. We looked at it a number of times, it just didn't work out.
Andrew.
This is a two-part question, one for Bubba and one for Bill. The first part for Bubba is, this is TCU's home game. Is there any talk about having a game in Fort Worth to complete the home and home aspect of the agreement? And for Bill, when you told the team, I guess it was yesterday, what kind of reaction was it? Is it kind of odd to tell the team in this era that you're going to play a game in 17 months without knowing a lot of the kids might not even get part of the program?
Which part of that do you want me to answer?
The first part.
I can't remember the first.
What was the first part again, Andrew? Oh.
Are there any discussions about completing the home and home aspect of it going forward?
No, not at this point. It's a home and home, and I don't know if you know that, TCU had 8 home games scheduled for 26, so they still have 7. So this was a really unique year for them, and made a perfect time for them to do it.
And if I can follow up on that very quickly, for them to make this deal, were you guys involved in those discussions about how they would handle the finances from the Irish side because they would lose a home game? Did that have anything to do with you guys, or that was not?
No, we were just approached as a visiting team, which we were willing to go if they were willing to move a home game, and all that was with Anthony Travel and TCU.
And Coach, about the reaction of the
team?
Yeah, well, we wanted to notify the team before it was announced publicly. I think that was the right thing to do. It was a great decision. We appreciate that opportunity. But yeah, they're very excited. You know, a lot of our players haven't traveled even nationally, let alone internationally. Some have, but a lot of them haven't. And again, it's just a very unique opportunity. They're very excited about it. And you know, we'll, as we said, we'll take a look at the 25 season. That's what's ahead of us, but we are excited about that for the future. And you're right, there'll be turnover on the team like there is on every team. So that's just part of the process.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah Holloway with South Carolina. This one's for Bill. Bill, obviously you mentioned being part of several of these games in the past at the NFL level, and we've seen several of those at the college level. We've seen more international games as well. I'm curious from your perspective, having been part of some of these, what are the tangible benefits at the college level of some of these international games, played by between college programs?
Yeah, again, it's just a unique and great opportunity. From a football standpoint, again, you have a new environment, and that change always brings a little higher focus, a little higher detail, and certainly extensive planning. But for the student athletes and for all of us. It's just a great experience. The fans and the environment and the newness of it are just, unique. Those games stand out so specially to me that there just wasn't another one like the one in Mexico or the two we had in London. They were just, Toronto even, they were just different. It's not like playing in the other stadiums that we play in. So, I don't know if you put a price tag on it, but it's just great. It's great to be a part of. And you remember the things that you did in those places with your teammates or the other people that were on the trip. And I think that always kind of bonds you a little bit tighter with the people that you experienced them with. Thank you.
All right, I have time for two more. We'll start back here in the back left. Yes, ma'am.
Sean Swanson with the Relentless Observer. A question for both the Bills, but just curious from a logistics standpoint, what goes into the planning for this extensive travel? You're flying the entire football roster, all the equipment, staff, overseas.
Well, again, we're fortunate, I'm fortunate that we have many people on our staff who were part of those trips. So a big part of it is, of course, the equipment. We take a lot of stuff with us, and then making sure that everything is as routine as possible for the team working backwards. So from game day to the day before the game to 2 days before the game and so forth. And the food and meetings and practice or walkthrough and just the acclimation to the field, the grass, the turf, the scoreboard, the 40-second clock, all those things are just, part of the process, kind of a checklist. And we, like I said, we've been through those many times, but to have great partners like this will make it go, I'm sure, very smoothly. And, there might always be a couple things we might have to adjust to, but that's part of travel anyway. So, TC is making the same trip, same way in the NFL. It wasn't like we were playing a team that was at home abroad. Both teams traveled, so we'll figure out whatever we have to figure out, but I'm sure it'll be very smooth, especially as many games as they've done before.
Bill, anything from your perspective?
Really not a lot to add. There's multiple teams that work on it. So John Anthony's team has a team that works on it. We work with the university's travel team and our operations team, and they plan this. They'll start planning in the next couple of weeks. These are the initial meetings where you actually have conversations, schedules set up, who does what the airport's going to do, and they involve the airport, they involve governmental security and all that. It's fairly involved, but it's business as usual. So we've done it before, the teams have done it before, they know exactly what they need and we know how to provide for them, and John's team is on facilitating it all.
I would just add that, two of the most memorable parts of those trips were practice. The first time we went to London, we practiced in I guess they call it cricket stadium, which most of us didn't even know what cricket was, or why it was so circular and so forth, so that was pretty interesting. And then the next time we skipped the cricket stadium and we practiced in Hyde Park. So we set out the cones on the field and we practiced right there in the middle of Hyde Park, and so people were walking by, walking their dogs and doing their thing and all that. And, this is one of probably the most interesting practices we've ever had. We've ever been in Hyde Park.
Last one, we'll go to Michael here in the middle.
Michael Cove, WCHL, CapitolGrill.com. This one's for Bubba. To the best of your knowledge, will this game in 2026 be a part of week 0, where it will be an additional week where you guys have 2 bye weeks in that season?
Yeah, it'll be week 0, so it's that last weekend in August.
August 29th, 2026, again, that date of the game in Aviva Stadium. I want to thank everybody for being here today. Certainly thank all of our speakers for taking your time this afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you guys in Dublin in August of 2026. Thanks for being here.